Have you ever guys put someone on hold from customer service? I did that twice.
I'm already on hold.
So I had two people call me while I was talking to the computer guy, and I was like, "Can I put you on hold?" And I put him on hold, and I played some music for him too. But anyway,
It's very
Some hold
considerate of
music.
you. It is.
It's the whole
went-
music is fucking awesome.
yeah,
Just sitting there like, just like jamming out.
well, we went to a hibachi place. We didn't go to the hibachi table. We were just hibachi adjacent. You know what I'm saying? We just went to the regular table. But
Yeah.
the waiters took forever. So we were very hangry. It was good. Got some Ben
I
and
bet they
Jerry's
had
after that.
Nice.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Cute.
Yo, so I've been driving so much recently, like just like going all over the place. Like I've been in like Philly. I went to like Duke a couple weeks ago. I've just been doing a lot of driving, and so I've been listening to like a lot of music recently, and I'm like tired of all this like new shit that I've been listening to. So I wanted to like kick it back a notch. And Evan, this is why I took this off of the notes. That's last thing, and you're giving me a hard time about it. But I've listened to like a lot of older music and like a lot of like old school like rap and like old school rock music and shit like that, like 90s and 2000 stuff. So it made me think. I was
hold
like,
hold on. That's old
Yeah.
school for you?
well, yeah, I'm born in the 90s. Yeah, that's like what I grew up with. Yeah. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, that's what I grew up with. So I was like, shit, man, like the music back then is so much, it was giving me so much nostalgia. And I was like, this music is so much fucking better than what we have today in like the last like 10 years. So I went online and kind of did some research and I like took a look at like the top bands. There's like zillions of like bands and like hip hop artists and stuff. So it's like so
Zillions.
hard. It's so hard to like actually like pin a list down. But so I took a look at like 90s and then I took a look at like 2000s and then I did 2010s and 2020s. But like there's some overlap in a lot of it, so it's hard to like really divide it up that way because there's some people from like the late 90s that go into the thousands and
It's
like
like, where do you
late
put them?
2000s. Yeah, so it's like kind of mixed up. So I guess you kind of have to like combine the two. So you have like I did like 90s and 2000s and then I did 2010s and 2020s because that's pretty much like how it lined up. And so I have a list here, and I want to have like a little debate on like what you guys think is better music, or like kind of like what the flow of music kind of went from like the 90s all the way up till now. When I was making the list, or like before I made the list, I was like saying how like, oh shit, like this older music is so much better, like 90s and 2000s. And then like I started like kind of writing down some names of these other bands and like rap artists and like hip hop artists now, and I'm like, oh shit, like actually there's still some pretty good shit now too. I guess I just don't really realize it. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of just like talk about the bands and stuff and what I wrote down and get your guys' thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Let's go
So
for
you
it.
must have been full mast during the Super Bowl halftime, huh?
Well, dude, and that was the thing. It like fucking stole my thunder. I was like, great, like now this fucking Super Bowl is back in like the 2000. You got Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and all this shit. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I've been working on this all week.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna this like 2 weeks. The fuck?
Oh,
But
that's
all right,
amazing.
so yeah, so I have the night. I only did rock and hip hop because number one, I don't really know enough about like EDM and like dance music, so like I wouldn't really be able to come up with my own list of that. And then like pop music, I mean, there's like what Backstreet Boys, and now like what the fuck, like now
Oh,
Justin
you didn't
Bieber.
listen to any
But
Bass Hunter back in the 90s and the 2000s?
Bass
no,
Hunter?
Anybody know Bass Hunter?
I know
yeah,
the Dota
Bass
song.
Hunter.
That's it.
Hunter turns into Bass Nectar.
Rip.
Ooh, too soon.
No, all right, so
Spit it.
so this is what I got. There's a whole bunch of music, so obviously, so we're gonna start with rock, and I just listed like the like top 10 to 15.
Is there anything I'm showing? Or did you write this down physically?
No, I mean I wrote it down. If you want to like pull up a list too, just so we can like kind of pull up another list and talk about other bands and stuff like that. But
All right.
so I have rock in the 90s and then the 2000s. So like the top like 10, 15 of that time, we have like Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Green Day. There's Radiohead, Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Foo Fighters. And then like as you get into like the 2000s, you have like Avenged Sevenfold and like Fall Out Boy, System of a Down, and like those bands are sick. Like I love those bands. Like my
Yeah,
favorite.
they're all
All of those
great.
bands are like my favorite bands,
Yeah.
and that's like really like the bulk of what I listen to.
How
And
about
then yeah, go
have you
ahead.
seen interject? Have you seen the Foo Fighters when they had like 1,000 people play "Learn to Fly"? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't. Is it a
That's
video?
sick. Yeah, there's like they just got there was like I don't know if it was 1,000 people, but it was a lot of people, and they just people brought like drum sets and guitars, and people were on vocals and basses,
Oh, that's sick.
and they just played uh, "Learn to Fly." I think sick video gives me
Yeah,
goosebumps.
that's fucking awesome. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it was 1,000 people, 1,000
Okay,
musicians.
Just like
so
random musicians, they just grab like a bunch of random people.
no, I think they planned it. They had to
Well,
plan it.
yeah, but like just like random, like they just reached out
They're
to a
like
bunch of
if you
different musicians. Like,
Yeah, it might have been
they
like teachers or
probably
something.
yeah.
yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's like the 90s, 2000s, like those bands. And then we have now like the 2010s and 2020s. It was like hard to even put a list together for this. You
Wait,
have
are these people that you think is good?
yeah,
This is
well I
your
looked at lists
okay.
and I took specific
All right.
bands off of it. But like it was hard for me to like even pitch it for the 2010s and 2020s because we have like there's like Coldplay, Arctic Monkeys, the Black
Arctic
Keys.
Monkeys.
Yeah, Arctic Monkeys is pretty good. I think the Black Keys are pretty good. There's
The
like
black
Cage the Elephant,
you mean the Black
30
Yeah.
Eyed
Seconds to
Peas?
Mars. Yeah, the
30
Black
Second Mars,
Guy.
yeah. No, wait, who's the Black Keys?
So
Never
the
even heard of
Black
that.
It's
Keys,
a band. I don't
it's
know.
it's just a band. Yeah, they're like
Okay.
they're kind of like alternative rock kind of, I guess you could
Okay.
say. They have a couple of good songs. I don't really know them too good, but I listen to them a little bit.
Okay.
Then there's like Five Finger Death Punch. Um,
Yeah.
I think I said Disturbed already. Then like Paramore, but that was like all I could like think of or like come up with out of that list. And I'm like, dude, 90s rock is so much better than what we have now. There's like no new music anymore. There's like no good music in that genre. I can't think of any other decent bands.
Hmm. I'm the worst with music. I'm so bad with
Well, I
it.
mean, I don't know.
I
I
could
went through like an emo phase, and I listened to a lot of that scream metal, death metal. Like, not, I don't know if it's death metal, screamo shit. And some of it wasn't like as screamy, and I think it would be considered pretty good. But
Like you're saying back then or now?
well, when I was listening to it back then, I haven't listened to it recently
Yeah.
at all. But back then, I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
so
Yeah,
dig
maybe
I
it.
it's
think there's definitely been kind of I was actually listening to the fucking radio about this shit. How uh cassette tapes used to be old broken cassette tapes used to be like whether they were like smuggled in or shipped into China and Japan and people would fix them and then play them and it was American music like rock, grunge, punk, hip hop, and how we have all these different types of genres and they're like genres within genres also. Like
yeah,
rock is probably all encompassing of like hard rock, metal, punk,
right.
grunge, all that kind of stuff. But
Yacht rock.
yeah, yacht rock, yeah, with the saxophone, baby. Um, and these musicians in China and Japan, um, took all these different genres that we consider separate and just kind of like mashed them together. And this, or music professor from I don't know some college was like he was listening to one of these bands play like a Foo Fighters type of song, and then it kind of turned into like a Nirvana, like Rage Against the Machine, kind of grungy, and then they like incorporated like an Iron Maiden like sick guitar solo in it too. And the professor was like, how are you playing all these different styles and like mixing them together so well? And the musicians are like, oh, it's music. It's like all one genre, for us. There's no like kind of divergence. It's
Well, they
all
didn't
one
see the
thing. We just like
evolution of it,
right, yeah, exactly.
so
They didn't have the
had
evolution like
the
we did here.
leftover, not the leftover, but
It-
like on one
Can we?
instead.
Do they have a Spotify
nuts.
playlist? I'll listen to it.
I will have to see if I can find the audio from the
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Have
yeah,
you?
it was like a D.
It's
The
nuts.
band name was like D. Yeah, it's D something. It was like D something. I can't remember the goddamn name. I wish I had wrote it fucking down because it was actually really good. The clip they played of their song was really good.
Did you guys hear the Italian professor who made a song? He made a song so that way he wanted to show people what an English sounding song would sound like to non-English speakers. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
So
really,
imagine, okay, so he created a song to replicate for people who don't speak English, right? But English sounds a certain way to people who don't speak the language. So he created a song to replicate what that sounds like. Does that make sense? But he's just singing gibberish. Have you guys ever seen this?
No,
Oh,
I mean I don't even know what to look for, but keep talking.
Just no, just YouTube Italian professor fake song.
people
Right there.
singing "Happy Birthday" above me right now in my fucking apartment.
No
Are they really?
Happy birthday!
There, right? The first one,
It's
Vin.
oh,
And
it's the,
bleeding through my fucking walls.
That's
Look, this
amazing.
guy.
yeah,
Fucking
hold on.
dying. What is this?
I don't know. It's something that fucking Evan's talking about.
This is a fake song. This song actually pops.
This is a bop.
It's a vibe.
Wait, so is it in Italian?
No, it's
No, it's in
literally
English
gibberish.
though, probably.
No, it's literally gibberish. Listen.
Valentino. His last name. This is a banger. I like this.
See?
Oh man,
This would be a
awesome.
sick
So-
sample.
Yeah. Can our listeners hear this right now or no?
They should be. Yeah, they should be able to.
Wow.
Alright, I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
This is so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
So it's just gibberish.
Yeah.
So
But it
he's just like
sounds-
saying random English, or he's just making
No.
noise.
Just
Just
fucking,
making words like
Doing
making
them in the
up
heaven,
words.
going on the whatever. Fuck, I don't know.
He said cuddle puff. It's literally gobbledygook.
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 It's the
Yeah.
But
ipsum
that's what-
lorem.
You guys remember the non-speaking pigeons, non-English speaking pigeons? That's what they hear. That's basically what they hear
Hmm.
when we sing. But anyway, sorry for that aside. To get back on,
Keep the list
Richard's
coming. What do we
point,
got?
I think that the listeners now are different than what they used to be, and I think just the artists are like younger artists who are kind of tailored to a different audience.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe
Oh,
we're
yeah.
just like more removed from kind of what's
They're not
being
making
played
the
now
music
because
for us anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's probably it's almost like music was just like harder in general. It was like meaner, like more angry, I guess, than it is now. Like not, I guess just because there's no such thing as like really grunge now. No one's singing grunge music like on the rock side of it and stuff. And then like I'm gonna talk about some of like the '90s music and even like the '90s music, like old school hip hop was like hard. Like that was like me and music almost. You know what I mean? And now it's like everyone's like a fucking pussy. It's like they're singing about fucking pussy as shit.
Give me an example.
So like, all right, so here let's jump into like the rap, like right, like the rap of the '90s, and there's so many. I mean, there's a bunch that aren't even on here,
Give me the
but
abridged one.
so like this is like the list that it shows. So it's like Snoop Dogg, Nas, Notorious B.I.G., Tupac, DMX, LL Cool J, Ice Cube, Jay-Z is on there. You got like Big L.
Yeah.
Like, dude, those people, it's like all like hood, like hard shit. You know what I mean? Then we
Yeah.
used to fucking get high after school and listen to Big L and like Tupac and shit. Like,
Fuck yeah.
like sitting like at the park smoking a joint or whatever. You know what I mean?
Fuck
Like
yeah,
kids,
dude.
like now kids will listen to fucking Nicki Minaj or like some whack ass shit. You know what I mean? Like Kendrick Lamar, like he's good, but like it's just like it's like different. You know, it's totally different. And then, like, you go into
I'd say Kendrick Lamar is probably more close. Is probably styles closer to those guys than say who's the guy with the beads in his hair that just like mumbles and can't fucking rap for shit.
Nas
I
X?
No,
don't even know.
Lil
Pop
Nas
Smoke,
X is actually good.
Bobby
Um,
Schumer?
Yeah, Bobby Shmurda, yeah,
Bobby
like
he
Schumer.
he fucking he went on the Breakfast Club and they like were like, okay, you know, now freestyle, and he couldn't come up with shit. He was like, and they were like,
Oh,
nah, okay, maybe not. Like
did
you're
you
kind of poo
guys?
poo.
Speaking about freestyle live, I feel like I have so many asides. Do you guys see this guy? He wrote a book about freestyle. He wrote all these books about freestyle.
No.
So so he went live, and then the interviewer was like, "Can you freestyle for us?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he just went, "Years ago, years ago, and he would just say that over and over. He'd be like, "Years ago, and then he would just freeze up. And then it got so awkward. She's like, "Do you want to stop?" And he's like, "Yeah, we'll stop. I'll stop.
What
I'll
the
stop
fuck?
freestyling." He literally would just say, "Years ago, and then he would freeze up. He kept repeating that
Nice.
verse.
brutal. Zach, did you figure out who you're trying to think about? Or the person?
No, I fucking can't. I gotta. I'm gonna do a little research. Oh my god, this is his fucking face right here on the thumbnail of this video, and I can't.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
I don't know. We'll think about it and then just jump in when you think of it.
Well,
But
they make like really some of the songs are just so bad. They just make so much money from
it's
it.
just like it's almost like everything now is mainstream. Like
Almost
whereas
like how about is?
well, I guess it is. Like it's like a bunch of those artists I just named, like you wouldn't be listening to like on like Z100. You know what I mean? But like you have like Post
Yeah,
Malone
you would
and
have.
like
Like they were definitely
You think Big L was on
no, but some of
Z100 in the '90s?
some of the other ones you said probably would have been.
Yeah, maybe like Snoop Dogg, maybe a Nas song, but like a lot of most of their like underground shit or like most of their harder stuff was definitely not being played. There's, you know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, I
Like
Is
guess, but
Little Nas
they
X
always made more
like
radio.
related to
Tupac,
Nas?
like maybe Tupac. There was a couple like Tupac songs that were like popular songs that were on the radio, but very few out of all the songs that he came out with.
Yeah,
Is Little
I'll give
Nas
you that.
X related to Nas? Is there any relation there?
No,
No, I
I
don't think
don't.
so.
I have no idea. I
How
have
did
no
he get
idea.
his name?
But then, yo, you get into like the
I don't know.
2000s too, and you have Eminem, you have 50 Cent, you have Lil Wayne. Kanye's kind of like in between like the
Little
2000s and
Wayne
2010s.
is Little
Lil
Wayne
Wayne used to
good?
be awesome. I thought he was great when he first started like making music.
Is he the
Now
one that
it's
did the
like he's
Carter 2, all that shit?
How about Soldier
uh
Boy?
Wasn't that Lil
Soldier
Wayne?
Boy is
Soldier Boy up in that hoe.
it's,
Was
it's like his
Superman
only good
that
song.
hoe? Why
Listen to
be
that song
you?
right
Um,
I like
but
Doja Cat. I'm not good with
yeah,
music, you guys. I feel like I'm
Lil
not.
Yachty. Fuck.
Oh, Lil
Lil
Yachty. Oh
Yachty.
wait,
Lil Yachty.
he's got the pink diamond in his face that fell off, right?
No. That's a
Who's
different.
that?
Oh fuck! I was just looking at him too. Shit.
now.
The Pink Panther.
Island boy.
Island boy.
Um,
Who is that?
Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert was the one that had
Oh
the
my God,
diamond.
Who
there's
the
a
hell
lot
is
of
that?
little people. Lil
Yeah,
Nas
why
X,
is everyone saying Lil?
Lil.
Yo,
Speaking of
Lil.
little,
Give me a little
how
something.
tall is Kendrick Lamar? He looked like he was 5 foot. Looked like Kevin Hart had 3 inches on him.
Yo, do you know
Yeah,
he
Kendrick
played
Lamar.
at Cortland for our spring fling?
Really?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Do you know that Post Malone was from Syracuse?
No, he did not.
I
Alright,
think I
Kendrick
actually
Lamar is
have. I think I
5'6".
did hear that. I think I did know
Kendrick
that.
Lamar is pretty short, for what it's worth.
5'6".
yeah.
Oh my God.
He's 5'5". What?
That's pretty short.
Who's Savage 21?
5'6".
Who's
Honestly, yeah, I don't really know a lot of the newer like artists now. So
How do
maybe
you?
that's
I
part of the
just
reason
don't.
why I don't like it, but I think I just avoid it because
I
it's not good.
think my
Well, and
Go ahead.
Spotify actually just put out like this study saying that I think it was like 60 or like 70% of the music that's played on their platform
Oh,
is like older music.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if there's like I wonder if they have like a chart of like like a pie chart for like the age of who's like looking at their music. I know
Well,
like
Yeah.
Glassdoor does like that with like certain stuff, but
I mean
With
all
salaries and
the.
stuff.
yeah,
What?
I don't know.
You
I
looking
don't
for
know
a
why
new
that just
job?
popped. Dude,
I bet
yo,
all.
I'm just like, oh,
I bet
always
all
on
the
this
younger
job shit.
people get all that listen to their music on TikTok. If I had to guess.
TikTok is a
I was
huge
talking,
platform that I just don't understand, but it's
What
gigantic.
dude.
don't you
There,
understand about it?
It's like Vine. It's the new Vine.
Yeah.
It's literally that's the best
Yeah,
way
but
I
a
could
Vine was
describe it.
short. Like, can't a TikTok be like an entire movie?
So yeah, a TikTok can be like probably upwards of 2 minutes. But most people, if there's a
movie.
if there's a
In
long
social
ass,
media, 2 minutes
No,
is basically a 3-hour
but
film.
no, I totally,
You're
I
right.
totally feel what you're saying. But yeah, that's why people like scroll. If it's like taking you a long ass time to get to the fucking point, I don't want it. So TikTok kind of acts like Vine in that way. Some of them are short, some of them are like 30 seconds, where it really depends on, is it worth it for me to stick with this video, and like the end is all right. Yeah, like yeah, okay, I'll stick with this.
But does it have like
TikTok,
hashtags for like
Yeah.
it have like a search function, like I want to see waterfalls or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Search waterfalls.
Dude, I was actually talking to one of my clients today at work, and she was telling me, so like I work with like jobs and like companies that post jobs,
Oh, I thought you worked with
and
Steve Jobs.
well, just so everyone is on the same
It's
page.
a joke,
Steve
dude.
Jobs, Steve Jobs did not die for this.
I was
Hey,
talking to this
Mom.
lady, and TikTok actually has a section where you can like find resumes and like hire people. Like people, it's almost becoming like a job
Really?
search function. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
wild.
there's like all these
Oh my God.
like
Would not want to
like
hire
TikTok is
someone.
one. I think there's
A
what was the
TikTok
other one?
resume sounds horrible.
Yeah, right. You're
Yeah.
getting fucking people to work for you that are famous on TikTok. Come on, what are you
No,
doing?
those people aren't applying. Why would they apply? They're famous on TikTok.
Well, true. Yeah, which is insane. How people? I wonder how much money. How much money are these people making on TikTok?
Probably
Like,
a lot.
like
I
just
mean,
from fucking dancing in front of a camera. I would feel so stupid doing that. I don't
yeah,
understand like how people have like even like the golf course or something like you're like teeing up. I've seen these videos of like people taking videos and they're like standing on a putting green, just like dancing in front of the camera. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh,
Stop. Just
if I
fucking
saw that on
play
a golf
golf and
course,
get the fuck off the course.
oh no, yeah, if I saw that on a golf course, I would swing away.
Dude, it's
Like,
fucking
if I'm
ridiculous.
150 yards from the green and I see that, I'm gonna take my club
It's
out
gonna be
and
it's gonna be
swing
your
away.
best shot of your life. Like the one
I'll tell
time you
you what.
snipe the green.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Bank
Richie's
shot
almost
into the
hit someone
hole.
with the golf ball for less. Could tell you
Oh
that
yeah.
much. Yeah.
God. Wait,
We went.
Evan, should you tell a story? You tell it.
Yeah.
I'll intervene here and there. This is
Okay.
great. It's
Okay.
so funny.
So Richie, Kyle, and Logan and they came up to visit for a weekend, and we went golfing, and I think it was the first day or the second day. But we're
It was
golfing at this course.
second day.
Okay, the second
Actually,
day. So we're
yeah, it was the second day. Yeah, it was.
yeah, it was. So we're golfing, and it's going really slow. The people in front of us and the people in front of them, I think, were just slowing everything down. So we were waiting a lot. It took a really long time to get through the course. So because I suck and I can't hit the ball far at all, I mean, I drive with my 4-iron. The people were out. They weren't that far away, but there was no way that I was going to hit them. So they said, "All right, Evan, you can go first." So I swung, right? And it was one of my best drives of the day. And I almost hit up on the guys in front of us. And he shouted something at us, but we didn't hear him because he was far away. So we're like,
Oh
"Oh
wait,
shit, we got to be careful."
this was on the second hole, right? Before my incident happened. My incident happened on the third
Right.
hole.
Something like that. So
Yeah.
that
Okay.
happened. And then a couple of holes went by, and same deal. We were waiting, and we were waiting for them. And at first, they said, "Okay, Evan, you could shoot." So I shot, and then Kyle or Logan shot, and then whoever was left shot because they were still far away. So Richie comes up, and he's waiting, and the guys are pretty far out, and we're like, "Richie, there's no way you're gonna
And
hit
mind
up
you,
on
my
them."
drive that like has been all over the place. Like I only have hit the fairway once the whole day. It's going all over the place. So I was
So
like, let's go for it.
so we didn't think he was gonna come close. So Richie comes up and hits a bomb, absolute bomb, and we're like, "Holy shit!" So it flies over the heads. No one says four or anything. We give zero verbal warning on anything going on. It flies over the head of the guy, and it lands to the left of him, right? And we're like admiring it because it was such a
It
bomb,
was like a 290-yard drive. It was like
and we're like,
insane.
"Oh shit!" Right? So
Use that power move.
I start joking around like, "Oh, Richie, this guy's gonna throw your ball," right? I start making jokes, right? But the guy, we start seeing him run. He was on the other side of the hill, so we only could see his torso. So this guy starts sprinting towards Richie's ball, picks it up, and then throws it back. And we're all like, "Holy shit. Did that just happen?" So there were some other
Wow.
guys who were waiting next to us, and they couldn't believe it. We were like, they just threw our ball back. So
They're like younger. They're like our age too. They were dying laughing. We were still like fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
so we're like, holy shit. So we go up, right? Obviously, we wait, right, and we go back up, and Richie finds his ball, and I think this is the best part. Was Richie was trying to figure out where his ball was so he could shoot from there. So Richie, he walks like 40 or 50 yards up, and this is so far away from where the ball landed, and then he threw it even further. He's like, "Yeah, I think it landed right about here." And meanwhile he's like 70 yards from where he actually hit it. We're like, "Guy, come on, this is not even close to where you hit it."
Trying to
But he's like,
forecast
"No,
one.
it was right here."
Well, it was like
So-
a bomb of a drive, so I couldn't tell. Like, if I almost hit these guys, I figured it had to have been this far.
So
I ended up
Richie,
hitting my ball like maybe like 80 yards from the pin.
this guy legit, Richie did a crow hop. He's like, I think my ball was over here. Does a crow hop and throws it down the green. But Rich, you want to take the next part since you talked to the guy?
Part's great. So Logan was fucking around with me. He was like, "Yo, you should say something to the guy when you get up there." And I was like, "No, I don't want to say anything. Like, this fucked up. Like, I'm just gonna go apologize to him." And so like we finished up the hole or whatever. We're walking up to like we're walking up to the green, and the other people are. And I go up to him, and I'm like, "Hey, like, sorry about that." And he was like, and he like turned around, and I forget what he said. He said something to me, and I was like, "Yo, you got one hell of an arm, though. You should play baseball or something." I was like, "Are you a shortstop or something like that?" And then I like was laughing with it. He actually thought it was funny. He ended up being like a pretty cool dude, but like I apologized, and I was like, "Listen, like this is like my best drive ever. Like I did not mean to like hit you. I didn't think I was gonna reach you." And like he ended up laughing about it. It was funny, but like I was like walking up, I was like, "This guy gonna fucking rip my head off? Like, what the fuck is?" I have no idea what's about to happen right now.
You ever see that Jackass skit where they have the air horn?
Oh,
Oh
those are
my
great.
god! Oh yeah.
People are just like
Those
teeing
are
off.
great.
So you go,
The one
Those
guy
are-
turns around and tees off into the woods and
Yeah.
tries to fucking hit him.
yeah.
No, it's a great. It's good when they put on the ghillie suit. You ever seen that? They put in the ghillie suit and they hide in the bushes and do the blowhorn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
never
think
saw
that's
that
what
That's
he's.
one.
when. That's
Oh,
when
have you not
pranks.
seen that one?
Not the ghillie
That's such a
suit.
good prank. That's when pranks were good. Pranks these days, we need to make pranks great again, right? I want to start
Yeah.
that slogan because
Well,
the
there's. Go ahead. Sorry.
the pranks now are so bad. They do really dumb shit and they're like, it's a prank, it's just a prank. They like just dump water on a random person, right? They don't even know them. They like throw a fucking
Yeah.
water balloon in their face and they're like, oh, it was just a prank. I'm sorry.
Got him.
Like you just smoked me in the head with a water like
Yeah.
balloon. That's not a prank.
Yeah.
That fucking
I'm
you
gonna
just
fucking
threw
rip your
water
head
me.
off now.
Yeah, I'm pissed off. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You ever see those like
The
I
only
think it's
people
called
that still
Just
do
for
it good
Laughs.
is I was
Just
gonna
for
say Impractical
Laughs?
Jokers.
Oh,
What's Just for Laughs?
it's something similar. Hold on, keep talking.
Is it a show?
No, I usually see like gifs about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only like things that are good pranks are Impractical Jokers, and now they're not even a thing anymore.
Oh, rest in peace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Why? What happened?
Joe Gatto
They-
left.
yeah. Joe got a
Oh,
left,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like, what's his name is doing his podcast.
Sal
forget who it is.
Volcano.
Yeah,
Guess who's
Sal.
seeing Sal Volcano this
Are
Friday?
you?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Wow, my
Whatever.
brother would be very jealous. What's his name of his podcast?
Hey
He's
babe.
got a couple.
Which
Hey
one?
Babe.
There's a few.
Yeah,
There's Taste Buds and Hey Babe.
Hey Babe. My brother loves Hey Babe. I need to listen to it more. I need to
It's
listen
so
to more
good.
podcasts. But
It's so good. And I've been seeing. So we're going to see him Friday, and then the next week I'm seeing Tom Segura.
where are you seeing him? Oh, Tom
Um,
Segura
in
too.
the,
Nice.
So actually, I screwed up really bad. A few months ago, I want to do something nice with Kelly. So, and I love Tom Segura, so I saw he was playing in Albany. So I was like, all right, let's get some nice tickets to Tom Segura. Let's splurge a little bit. So we're kind of
Oh,
floor
yeah.
seats, a
Love
little further back. Yeah.
Splurging.
So got the tickets, right? And then Kelly's like, okay, I want to go to Tampa. So can I go? I'm thinking about going this week, right? Which is not this week, but next week. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh, Tom Segura is on the 17th, right? So yeah, you can go. It's fine. I told her the completely wrong week, and Tom Segura is not this week. It's next week on the 24th. So she's completely missing it. So I have one ticket to Tom Segura, and I need someone to go with me.
Take a lucky
Wait, where is
listener.
that? It's up by you.
Yeah.
Fuck, I would
Yeah.
love to see Tom Segura. He's hilarious.
If you're interested, hit me up. We can talk afterwards.
Listeners,
But-
hit up Evan at his handle.
No, what's the
at Evan.
podcast email?
Oh.
Let it riff podcast at gmail.com.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
oh,
go
I
with
got
the
it right
viewer.
here.
Yeah,
Yep,
send it
yep.
to that.
Let
it?
Send an
it
email
riff
out.
podcast all lowercase
Send it.
at gmail.com.
Evan needs a
Send it.
friend. Evan needs a friend.
We're
Someone
gonna
help him
go
out.
out to dinner with Tom afterwards. I hit him up.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
slid to his DMs.
Yeah.
So I got a couple spots we're gonna vibe at. So that's cool. Get some signed napkins or whatever.
Memorabilia. Yeah,
Napkins.
nice.
So he'll sign your titties
Word.
for sure.
Excellent.
Yeah, digress. So I'm going to 2 comedy shows in 2 weeks.
Good shit.
So that
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
means next time we record, I should be funnier. Is what I'm
Yes.
thinking.
What are you gonna steal the material?
No, it
Oh,
yeah,
definitely
you can't
it
steal their
rubs
material.
off.
You can call me Carlos Mencia.
I'll give you the joke.
No?
Good one. Yeah, sure. I'll give you it.
That's all right.
A little old, but it checks out.
You can call
A
me
little
Dane
old.
Cook.
Shit, I was like, I had a
Cook,
problem
jeez.
getting that reference a little bit.
That's probably like almost 20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
holy
that's-
shit.
Sorry, boys.
Come on.
You guys been watching the Olympics at all?
No,
No.
not really.
Really haven't
Yeah,
watched any of it.
curling,
It's a
and
shame.
you know that's
I
it.
usually watch curling. I fucking love curling. But like,
Have you-
I also don't have cable. I stream everything, so I
Yeah.
think it's just a complete waste of money to have cable. So I watch like 2 channels, so I can't even watch the Olympics. And
You watch what streaming service do you have?
I don't know. I'm talking about like Netflix and like that type of shit. I don't really
Oh,
use
gotcha,
anything.
gotcha.
I don't know what to use for. Like I use like
YouTube
Sports
TV.
Surge. I use
Yeah,
Sports
YouTube
Surge
TV
for
is
for like
money.
sports and shit.
Is
But
it actually?
YouTube TV, can I watch the
Yeah,
Olympics on that?
100%.
Really?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what I've been watching them on. Yep,
That's what we
Oh,
use. Yeah.
how much is that?
it's like $65 a month. I want
Don't
to say.
you? The thing is, you know someone who has it. You don't buy yourself.
Oh,
Evan, don't
right.
say
You
that.
actually
We're uploading
buy
this
Yeah,
to
oh,
YouTube.
yeah, that's
Let's
true.
go.
Sorry.
You-
Evan, please cut this.
I have my own account. I have my own account.
Yeah,
We,
but yeah, usually I watch like curling and shit, and I haven't watched anything. I heard like the skiing is all fucked up because there's like no snow there, so it's like pure
Is
ice
there?
and fake snow.
Yeah, no, it's all fake snow because it hasn't snowed there at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, I actually watched the snowboarding half pipe, which
that was good.
fucking wild. That one was good.
That was
Sean
good.
White placed 4th. I felt so bad for him. He had this like huge 3rd run he was gonna do, but he fucking wiped out on his
Yeah.
like 2nd or
Ah,
3rd
fuck.
straight.
Damn.
He's
How
old
about
now, right? How old is he? Like 30 something?
35?
35, is
Yeah.
he? How about the
35,
controversy
36.
that the Japanese snowboarder, he had like an incredible run, his second
Oh my
run, and they
god!
scored him.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically, if you
scored him
don't know
way
what we're
low.
talking about, this
Just trying to hate
Australian.
Japan or something.
There's
They're just
there's
like,
all these
nah.
Australian snowboarders. Where are these Australian snowboarding? That's what I want to know.
New
I
Zealand.
have no idea.
In
New Zealand?
yeah,
But
maybe.
there's this
I don't know.
Australian snowboarder who went. He had a really good run, and then this Japanese snowboarder came up and had like an incredible run. The announcers were like, "That's the best run I've ever seen. He's going to be near perfect." Blah blah blah. And then the judges scored him less
And
than
the
the
props.
Australian snowboarder.
Fucked.
So they're like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?" He ended up winning, but there was some controversy for sure.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think curling is. Have you seen the American team? They're like red necks. I love it.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Love it.
They're
Part
fucking.
little intimidation factor in there too.
They're like incredible. Also,
I
think
watched
they're
them
like
get
one of
smacked by
the
Italy.
winningest curling teams.
That guy, Finn. That looks like you if you were redneck and had a mustache.
This guy, Matt
Yeah.
Hamilton. Oh,
Matt
fucking,
Oh my
Hamilton.
god.
fucking ads.
That's Vinny
Oh,
right
you
there.
gotta get ad blocker.
I
Look
had
at
He's
it.
got the
Vinny.
mu-
Oh
You
my
got the
god.
bushy mustache, the trucker hat that says USA,
I don't think
and
that
the
looks
Vin
like
hair.
right.
Oh my god.
I'll
Those are
give you the-
fire shoes though. Those are sick shoes.
Those are
he's
pretty sick
rocking.
Nikes.
Those are cool shoes.
Those are pretty good.
They were getting smacked around by Italy. When
Yeah,
I
they-
watched yesterday, I think.
They came back and I
Did
think
they?
they won.
Like,
Yeah,
no, they lost
um,
against Italy for sure. I
I think
watched
did
the
it.
they lose?
Italian women's team has a
Yeah.
couple of smokes on their team.
Do they?
It's Italy.
I think
Let's see.
so. Yeah, I think
Got some
so.
big noses. Let's see.
Italy.
Pull it up.
Yeah,
I can say that because I'm Italian.
Good one, Evan.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big old dick nose.
All right, Waluigi over here.
Waluigi.
Hurry up already, huh?
I think the craziest. I did actually want to look. I wanted to look into this, like the most dangerous Olympic sport. But I think without doing any due diligence, it's got to be one of the skiing ones.
I would
Has to be.
say
Maybe
so,
because
too.
I'm biased.
Bobsledding.
I would say too.
Bobsledding?
No, the luge. What's the one where they're just like on a plank? Like,
Luge.
yeah.
What's the luge one again?
Toboggan.
No, toboggan, like you
Oh.
sit in it. The luge
Dude,
is just
that
like you're
reminds
just
me.
sitting on like a
I
sled.
meant to tell.
What's
I
the
meant
one
to
where the
tell you
guys go down the
guys.
ski slope and they go fucking down that massive hill
I think
and
it's
they
just called
like
the
the
long
ski
The
jump.
long
jumpers,
jump.
Yeah, I think it's
long
just called
jump.
long
Yeah,
jump.
if they fall, like how do they not die?
I
don't
know
know.
people die.
I mean,
The skiing's. I feel like it has to be a skier, or maybe even
Let's
a
see.
bob. I think bobsled.
Yeah, I said
how the half
bobsled.
pipe.
Oh, skeleton.
Skeleton, yeah. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
What's a skeleton?
When they go down on
Sounds
the sled
dangerous.
head first.
Oh my
We were
God.
watching freestyle skiing.
They're going
and the people were going
123
down.
like kilometers
Whoa.
kilometers an hour.
Guy, this is America. Please
Yeah, dude,
translate.
look at this. Like they're
100
just
kilometers per hour, like your Joel Otto of the Calgary Flames.
yeah, but
Oh,
like
this
look at
one?
this. Yeah, like dude, they're
Yo,
just
that's actually-
flying on a sled, going super fast. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yo,
Oh fuck
speaking
yeah,
of,
Jesus.
this is kind of related, and actually, I can confirm that this is dangerous because
It's 75 miles an hour, Evan. 75 miles an hour.
75. So when I
you
went
go.
to
Going
Lake
head first.
Placid,
Down a sheet of ice.
Lake Placid has a toboggan ride. I don't know what. Have you guys ever seen it? It's like you
No,
know
last time I
when
was in Lake Placid, I was really young.
you know the carnival ride when you go down the slide with like the potato sack.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looked like that, right? But you're at like a 30% angle. So we went and you grab a sled, right? You grab a sled. So I went down by myself first, and you go down like a 30-degree slope, and then you kind of transitions to 90 degrees, and you just slide right out on the ice, right? So I went down once, and it didn't make my neck feel good. Like my neck felt like a little weird, and I wasn't going to go again. And then the people in my group were like, let's go again. Let's go again. Let's do one more. So we all rode on the toboggan together. It was a huge toboggan. So we're all like, basically our dicks are in each other's ass. And we're like wrapped. I'm like bear hugging them. My feet are like around them, right? Because I'm in the back and I'm holding the rope around them. So we go down, right? And at the transition, the back of the sled and me on it like slam on the ice, and I just hit my tailbone. And I went from like 0 to 100. I felt like I was like
Your dick
I'm
went from
never
0
gonna.
to
I'm like
100.
no. I was like I'm never gonna walk ever again. That's what in that moment, because my tailbone hurt so much. So I like get up off the toboggan, and I'm walking like I have a dump in my pants. Like I just can't walk right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it hurts so much. It hurts so much. And then it was definitely bruised. And I thought I broke my tailbone. I thought it was
You're
like my
fucked, yeah.
spine. Like my ears got clogged up. It was so weird. It like shot up my
Damn,
spine.
you got really fucked up.
My ears clogged up.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Dude. And then I skied the next day. I was fine. But then like a week goes by, and I like get up off the couch, and I like re-aggravated it. It was so weird. I
Oh,
couldn't
man.
walk.
Just by standing up.
Yeah. So like I feel like once you get to a certain height and weight, you can't do that stuff.
What about putting on
So-
deodorant?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually with Brian. He was on the sled
Yeah.
with me. No, I went with him and someone else.
Oh, weird. I thought you were just joking. Okay, cool.
And he loved it. No, he had a great time. He was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, let's do it again." I'm like, "Dude, my
tailbone is definitely fractured.
I think I broke
I'm
my
out.
I
ass.
broke my coccyx.
I'm out.
My ass.
Broke my ass. But my I feel like I can confirm I was probably going like a fifth of the speed that these guys were, and I got hurt.
Yeah.
On the toboggan. Toboggan
On the
is such a
toboggan.
weird word. I can't get over. Every time you kept saying toboggan, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is a toboggan? Like,
A
I know what it
toboggan.
is, but it's like,
Hey,
it's just a fucking
toboggan.
stupid word. Who came up with toboggan?
Probably
What
sound.
the fuck is that?
It's probably
Canadians. Oh,
Indian. What? It
you
probably
mean
Oh,
American?
wait.
American Indians?
I don't even know how to spell it.
Toboggan hat?
Toboggan. No.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah, there you go. Native
Let's look at the
American.
image. Oh wow, Finn, you are right. Is it Native? It's a Native American, right? That's what we call them, Native Americans.
What?
Yeah. What else would they be called?
I thought it was American Indian. Now,
Well, I mean,
mean,
if
now,
you,
yeah.
I think both are right.
yeah.
okay.
Depends on which like how old your textbook is. We know it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
People know what you
exactly.
mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So I will
it
never
it
be
is
toboggan.
Native American though. So boom, roasted.
There you go.
So okay, there. So what? So the ski half, but this says the ski half pipe is the most dangerous, Finn.
Yeah.
We just were.
Oh well, I didn't know. We
Well,
were still
yeah, I think
referencing
we
that,
were
but-
just
That's okay.
opinion. We were just our opinion was.
You know what's entertaining?
Toboggan.
The ski biathlon. Have you guys seen that?
Is that where they go
That's the
shooting?
Oh,
least.
the skiing and
That is the
shooting.
least entertaining thing. How
It
could you
is
say that's
Cross-country
entertaining?
skiing.
Are you kidding?
Dude, it's
They're like-
guys
Richie.
running up a hill on skis. This is the most boring thing to
Richie,
watch in the
okay,
world.
I want
My
to
guy can
see
run up a
you,
hill faster than your guy can.
Richie.
Yes.
I want to see you.
What?
I want to see you walk up the steps. Your heart rate's going to get going. Then I want
I
to see you
wouldn't be
take
able
a
to.
gun and shoot a target. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't care about it being difficult.
guys-
It's so boring to watch.
I'm just
There's-
confused.
It's not boring.
Why is this a sport? Like what?
Yeah,
why is this
what?
combination legitimate?
Let's put
This
skis
okay.
on
this
and climb a
specific
mountain.
combination.
Yeah.
So
come
how
on.
about this? How about this? This is years ago, right? You're a nomad, and it's snowing, and you have to ski, right, over the snow, and you're skiing. Your heart's going, and then you see a deer, and you have to shoot the deer. Man, this is like the most applicable Olympic event that we have.
But
They're
that's
not
not a
shooting
sport.
things.
That's
Like,
survival. Survival's not a
Yeah.
sport.
they made it into a sport, dude. The thing is,
Sure.
if you
These
miss,
guys they're not shooting targets as they're climbing this mountain, are they?
dude, their
Yeah,
heart's
There's
racing.
checkpoints.
They ski.
Yeah.
They ski like a mile, 2 miles, or
and
exactly
then they
like
shoot a
kilometers.
target,
So
right?
they ski
They have like
kilometers.
four or five, and they just go. If you miss, you just go to the
Yeah.
next one. I think.
Yeah, right.
Right. So you hit. You're shooting. Your heart's racing, and you're hitting a like. If you're standing up, you're hitting something the size of like a softball from like 60 meters away or yards or whatever.
Yeah, that part's
Yo,
also very hard.
Evan, use the right metric system.
I said yards.
motherfucker.
Oh,
said yards. Yo, but the thing
Bang.
is,
Bang.
if you these
Bang.
races are so long, they could be like 35 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it is. If you miss like 2 shots in the first round, you're done for. Like that's it. It's
Right.
over. Game over. It's
Yeah.
like so high pressure. It's super entertaining.
I just
think that's
I
one
don't
of
get
the
it.
more boring ones.
I'd-
Yeah,
I'd love
I
to
don't really
go.
What don't
fully
you get?
understand it either.
I
I
told
just-
you it's when we used to hunt nomads on skis.
I'd rather watch the other ones. The other ones are more entertaining.
Curling.
Curling's great. Yeah,
Curling's intense,
Curling-
bro.
yeah. They're like screaming
Wow.
at each other.
Yeah, it's funny when
can't
they're just
hear.
like they're just like hard, hard. They're like when they, the person who throws the rock, and they're just like staring down, and then they just shout hard, hard, hard.
Yeah, it's funny. It's more entertaining. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, I think it's time for me to go fold in the cheese on my enchiladas.
Oh,
Oh,
damn!
Yeah.
All right, fuck.
old.
That is a
Yeah,
nice
cheese?
one.
Fold in the cheese.
Oh,
On my enchiladas.
That could mean a lot of things.
It could. And
Do you have,
Yeah.
do you have to poop?
Hey, we'll leave it to the imagination.
Yeah, it's
You know? It's whatever you want it to be, baby.
Alright, well, I'm pretty hungry, so you made me hungry. I applaud you
Yeah,
for that
I'm
one.
hungry.
I love enchiladas.
It's so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna put an enchilada. I'm gonna fold the cheese on my computer.
Wait, you already had enchiladas on Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.